Mario Strikers Battle League Football. Quite a mouthful. At least the title is full of content. The game itself, not so much. Oh, it's a lot of fun, very much so. Just not much to do in it. This new entry is the third game in the series and, well, it doesn't really innovate on the formula much. It is wacky football or soccer, however you want to call it. You run around the playing field, pass the ball to your teammates and shoot it at the goal to score points. You also beat the living shit out of your opponents to get hold of the ball. This game reminds me more of Blood Bowl than, well, any soccer video game. Violence and foul play are encouraged, to an extent. It's fun and impactful and looks great, and you have to brutally tackle your opponents to liberate the ball from them and stun them for a few seconds. But whenever you attack an opponent that doesn't hold the ball, the audience will throw an item box on the field that only the rival team can collect. Item boxes hold Mario typical items like green shells and red shells, banana peels or mushrooms, and all of those behave as you would expect. To win a match, you have to score more points than the other team, who would have thought. And to achieve that, you need to tactically and skillfully pass the ball between your players, avoid your opponents and shoot the ball so that the goalie can't catch it. You can achieve that by relentlessly attacking, by nailing perfect passes and shots, or performing a super strike, where you have to collect a glowing orb and then charge up a shot to activate a character's ultimate that not only has a higher attack power and comes with special effects to hurt opposing players and even their goalie, it also scores for 2 points. Or, you know, just have a shit ton of luck. Like in any Mario Party game. Party as in casual, just for fun, have some friends over game. Not the Mario Party series, but especially the Mario Party series. You can charge up shots and attacks, you can enhance all actions by tapping or letting go of the button at the right moment, you can do combo moves by passing or shooting right as you receive a pass or a rebound, you can even charge up the next pass or shot and combine it with a perfectly timed button press to enhance it even further. There's quite a bit of skill involved, at least as long as your goalkeeper even just pretends to do his job. But there's also a bit of strategy. Not with positioning or such, because the playing field is quite small. I mean, having everyone in your team in position certainly does help, but even more important is playing to your character's strengths. There are a few stats in the game and every character has their own strengths and weaknesses. Speed determines how fast you move, passing and shooting is self-explanatory, strength determines how easy it is to tackle an opponent and take the ball from them and not just bounce off, and technique directly affects the timing for perfect attacks, passes, dodges and shots. You can buy equipment to alter these stats a bit, and by that customize the characters a bit. Though every advantage comes with an equally high drawback. And that's pretty much it for the gameplay. The rest is playing matches over and over again, in local co-op or online or against CPU opponents, in quick matches or tournaments. Matches grant you coins to buy equipment, and by completing all the tournament cups, you unlock another equipment set. You have a selection of 10 characters, and you choose 4 of them for each team. The goalie is always a Boom Boom from Super Mario Bros. 3. In previous games you were only able to choose one team captain and had so-called sidekicks make up the rest of the team. In this game though, there are no sidekicks. Every member of your team is a full-fledged hero, with their own ultimate and set of stats. So you have a bit more control over your team's strengths and weaknesses. But with only 10 playable characters and no unlockable players, you will soon have seen everything this game has to offer. Oh, the characters are full of personality. All their animations are on point, how they move, how they shoot or receive the ball, how they perform their super strike, how they cheer and how they fret. And the star of the show is once again Waluigi. Why are Nintendo putting so much effort into giving the guy so much character and at the same time refusing to have him have his own game? But anyways, after a few matches you have seen most of the special animations for when a character scores or wins the match or is frustrated. So why aren't there more characters? Where is Daisy? Where's Birdo or the Koopa Troopers or Shy Guys or Boos? And why aren't there non-stat affecting cosmetics? Why is the stage collection so small and why doesn't it affect the match? Why aren't there fiery pillars in Bowser's castle that hurt anyone who touches them? Why aren't there like tombstones in the haunted mansion that act as obstacles and make it harder to get a clear shot at the goal? There are so many possibilities for wacky inclusions you'd expect from a Mario sports game, but there's just nothing of that sort in the game. It feels a bit cheap, don't get me wrong, a game doesn't need unlockables or tons of different characters or loadouts to be fun and have high replay value. If the gameplay is fun and well crafted and offers room for players to improve, then there's already enough motivation to play over and over again. There's a reason why Tetris is so popular. Thing is, you couldn't sell Tetris nowadays for $50. If this game had cost $30, I would have been completely content. But it's a full price release, at least as far as Nintendo pricing goes. And the content for that asking price just isn't there. Kinda a running theme with the Switch. I mean, yeah, the game looks great and it is fun to play, especially with friends. It's perfectly playable on your own, but that tried and proven system of having you always control the player holding the ball, that works perfectly fine in other soccer games, gets a bit confusing here because the playing field is just so damn small, and with players tackling left and right and items being thrown around, there's just so damn much going on. It's just too chaotic to keep track of who you're controlling at any given moment. Also, the AI, at least on your side, is just so damn stupid and doesn't collect orbs or item boxes right next to them, and when you have the ball you can swap the active player and collect them yourself. There is an option to have manual player switching, but it's all or nothing, so you don't automatically switch to the player receiving the ball, which makes combo shots unnecessarily hard to execute. I don't see why you can't just have both systems active at the same time, maybe as a third option. You can play with up to 7 friends, but then the game suffers from the same problem as Smash at times. The where the fuck am I problem. While there are numbers on screen all throughout the match to show players where they are, in the heat of the match it's still easy to lose track of your character and run into a wall. And if you don't play with a full team, then you'll still swap between different characters when they receive the ball and lose track of your active character even quicker. The best way to play is with a full team, either against the AI or against another full team. Your character will still often be off-screen, but at least you stay the character you selected at the start, so it's easier to keep track of them. And you can actually employ some tactics with the other players. So to reiterate, the game is lots of fun. Playing with friends can have you cry out in joy or out of frustration. The controls are tight and precise and everything that you can control feels great and on point. The gameplay is complex enough to have a high skill ceiling and still easy enough to pick up and play. And get utterly destroyed. Or just have shit tons of luck and get every weak and badly aimed ball past the goalie. This is a good game. Not just good, the core gameplay is incredibly awesome. It just could have done with a bit more content as well as some Nintendo typical craziness. And it could have been sold for a lower price. If you're interested in playing it, and it is worth playing, try to get it used, or at a discount. And of course, have a great day. That's it from Rady, and I hope to see you again on the next game.
Let's go! Yeah!